What a night for a fight. Under the lights, my name is Todd Grisham. We are here at the Empire Fight Camp. And watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
Time for our tale of the tape. This is Román González, better known as Chocolatito, 160 centimeters tall with a reach of 163. And he'll be facing Sonny Edwards. He's 160 centimeters tall with a reach of 152 centimeters.
Yeah, if you've got a ball that's in front of you, that's going to put you under pressure, get to your ribs and get close, you've got to be fast on your feet. If you've got the height and the reach, which I always go for, I depend on that. But if someone is going to push you back, keep pushing you down, you're going to be under pressure. Don't get stuck in the corner, because if you do, you're out of there.
This is Román González, arguably the greatest boxer Nicaragua has ever seen. Chocolatito, world titles in 4 different weight classes. Showtime's Sonny Edwards, fighting out of London, England, has already covered head to toe in gold. One of the best in the world today.
I'm so excited for this fight. There is no nonsense here.
And now we toss it up to the world-renowned ring announcer, Mr. Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, from Managua, Nicaragua, here is a legendary 4-division champion of the world, introducing Román Chocolatito González. Fighting out of the blue corner, from London, England, here is a flyweight champion of the world, Showtime Sonny Edwards.
You've heard of people dancing underneath the moonlight? Tonight, it's a fight underneath the moonlight, and what a fight it should be.
The fans are getting desperate. They want to get involved in this fight, and now the action's about to begin.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be 2 that we're talking about. These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. The straight right just misses. So much firepower here. Beautiful counter punch. Both men step back for just a moment. A perfect counter shot. This fighter has been described as a swarmer, that fighter who attempts to overwhelm their opponent by applying constant pressure.
You are fighting a swarmer. Be smart, be sharp, concentrate, but you've got to be confident. Do not dance his dance, because that swarmer, once you do that, you're giving a man a chance that shouldn't have one.
Halfway through the round, and man, these 2 are going at it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
That left uppercut doesn't score. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Come on, do you want to win this fight? You're starting to make mistakes and you're switching off on.
You're doing good, kid. You're doing good. Same again.
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Nice counter. This fighter focuses on that outside game. You don't see them get hit too often. You don't see them in trouble a lot, but that's what their mantra is.
If you want to corner an outside fighter, make them fight off the rope because they don't want to do that. They don't want to stand still. They want to move left to right. Pin them down. Throw a blanket on them.
They have no respect for each other's punching power. Punch and just got countered. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. He missed with that jab. A perfect counter lands. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Blade, promise you, all three judges here are going to relax. Here we go in round three. Who's going to land the first big shot? They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Those counter punches have to hurt. When you're facing a longer opponent like this, you've got to get inside.
I've done that before. Use your reach, use your speed. Frustrate your opponent. Make them make a mistake.
They both want a highlight reel knockout. Swing and a miss with that uppercut. Counter punch caught him clean. They exchange punches. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. The straight right just misses. Counter shot lands. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Sonny Edwards took that really bad. And Sonny Edwards is down. And as we see it again, there's no way to get up when you get clipped with a shot like that.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
Talk about Edwards in that last round. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
Can make or break a fighter.
Nice. Goes 1-2 straight down the middle. You can.
Okay, now you're switching off. Have you got complacent?
The fight, kid. Great round. Just keep him on the
bag. Now you've let him back into it. Get out there and switch on.
That's it. Start sticking a few body shots in there. Vary it up. Great work. You stay focused now. Don't let him back into the fight. Don't give him no...
Get your shots off and don't give him anything. Go back and win the round, all right? That's all.
Same again. Don't change too much. Keep doing what you're doing. The gaps...
Full round, that is. Come on, you've let him back in the fight. You're much better than this guy.
And there's the bell to start round 4. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Ooh, that really hurt Sonny Edwards. Didn't wait too long to get back and get engaged.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at that.
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Sonny Edwards rocked with that one. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
A very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
There's a counter shot. Which fighter will say no mas? And he scores with the counter. Stamina is off the charts. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Right down the middle. You can't miss him. Great work.
Man, what you doing? Come on, switch on. Switch on.
Round. Just keep him on the end of your jab. You're getting it.
There's the bell to start round 5. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
He's dominating him, and he's going to let him know all about it. Well done with that counter shot. Punch, counter punch. How about that time counter shot? Sonny Edwards is certainly in some real trouble here. How are they still standing?
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Caution being thrown to the wind. Nice counter shot. Some big trouble here for Showtime Sonny Edwards. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. As boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
You've done all your work all the way through camp. Right, let's...
You stay focused now.
Here we go in the 6th round. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Good counter punching. Good counter punch. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
The only fear you have with this fighter is has he punched himself out? Nice counter shot. These two were made for each other. Catch and shoot. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, we know they've got the advantage. And there's the bell for round 7. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Beautiful counter shot. His stamina is off the charts. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
The straight right just misses. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nice counter punch. Done with that counter shot. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Holding nothing back here in the round. Beautiful counter shot. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round? And there's the bell for round 8. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Perfect counter lands. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you've hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Nice counter shot. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Nice counter shot. One punch could change everything in this battle. Swing and a miss for that jab. Nice counter punch right up the middle. The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Edwards in that last round. How much cardio was put in for this fight? It may come down to that.
There's a lot on the line here.
Would you take him out? He's too tired.
And there's the bell for round 9. They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
A swing and a miss with that jab. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
There's a counter shot. And he misses with that jab. The perfect counter lands. You'd like to see more jabs. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. The straight right just misses. Perfect counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Edwards in that last round. Stamina is always an issue.
You're doing good, kid. You're doing good.
And there's the bell for round 10. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Throws the jab but does not score. Can't score with that uppercut. Oh, Román González is hurt. Just one punch away from getting the momentum back.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Straight right just misses. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
Keep him on the end of your jab. You give him the time.
There's the bell to start round 11. They really seemed to exhaust themselves last round. Let's see what they have left.
What are they doing that now? Are they trying to get...
Whoa, Johnny! And Sonny Edwards, what a punch! And that sends Showtime to the floor. It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
The referee deems they can continue, but this might be a big mistake.
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Well done with that counter shot. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Halfway through the round, and they've got some work to do to get back into it.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen, now it's down for them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Beautiful counter punch. Not a lot of defense here at all. They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Talk about Edwards in that.
You feel good?
There's the bell for round 12. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Nothing like a little taunting to get your opponent riled up. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moment. I wouldn't be surprised if they stop this fight, considering the swelling and the bruising. So this fight will continue. Catch and shoot. Beautiful counter shot. He misses with that jab. Nice slip to avoid the jab. They exchange punches. And Showtime! Sonny Edwards goes to the canvas. Let's watch this again. He set it up perfectly and knocked him down.
A shot from the gods took him out.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
Oh, what a shot! What a shot! You see shots like that in the gym. At least for once, this is on TV. Thousands around the world saw that shot. They probably even heard it.